I've recently laid a new LVT floor here in our office space, and like with all floors, you have to leave an expansion gap around all 4 sides. Now this particular one using this material is about 6 millimeters. Now this gap has to be covered, of course. Normally you'd use a Scotia bead, and that could be glued to the actual skirting board or the wall itself. And that still allows the floor to actually expand and detract if it needs to. However, the nature of our office build itself is OSB SIP panels on the wall, and we've covered them with a wax. Now, if I was cleaning this regular with a mop and keep mopping up against the sides here, the problem we're going to have is it's going to wash off some of the wax on there, and then the water could start penetrating in, the bleach water could start penetrating into the OSB board, which is what we don't want. I don't really want to put a skirting board on here because that's normally what that would avoid happening. So what I am going to do is basically use my floor planks themselves as an upstand. But first of all, I've got to cut them in half. The planks themselves are 1220 millimeters in length by 180 in width. That's when the groove and the lip is taken off them. Now I want to cut these down the center. So what I'm going to do is mark up where the center is. From the 180 here, we've got 90 millimeters, a little dot that end, and same again, the other end here. And I'll draw a line right the way throughout them. Cutting these, there's various different ways of cutting them, but I think the best way and the quickest way when you've got to cut a lot of them to go round a room this size is certainly going to be with a plunge or a circular saw. So I'm going to place this track over the top here. And as always, measure twice and cut once. 90 mil. And the mark there is 90 millimeters. I'm straddling this over a couple of workbenches here, and it opens up in the middle there where my blade is going to go down. Place the edge of the track on there and set my saw up. Check the depth of the blade. Don't need it going through that deep, so I'll just bring it up a little bit. So that is the piece I want, with a nice straight cut along here, and the very bottom bit I can just trim that lip off with a trimming knife. So now these are cut, we've still got the lip on one end where they will interlock into the other just like that, and more or less hold them together. So I'm going to place some grab adhesive on the back of there and simply fix them to the wall. Once they're set, I'll run a line of silicone along the bottom and along the top. If you like our video, don't forget to leave us a comment down the bottom. And if you want to see more how-to videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. DIY.